Hello and welcome to another video here on Powerdojo. In this video, we're going to have a look at how you can add an index column based upon subgroups inside your dataset. Now, what do I mean by that? For instance, in this example, we have a dataset. 2 months ago, Marvel announced all these characters and actors who are going to feature in next year's Avenger 5 Avengers Doomsday. So, whatever you see on the screen are the 27 names that were revealed. They are in order in which they were revealed, especially the actors. Now, what do I mean by adding an index column as per a subgroup? Let's take an example of the franchise column over here. These characters all belong to four major groups of teams of superheroes, namely the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, X-Men, and the new Avengers, which were recently revealed in the movie Thunderbolts. So now what if we were to add an index column for, let's say, Avengers? Let's say if there are 8 Avengers, so the index column that we'll be adding will have 1 to 8, and for X-Men if we have another 6 characters, we'll have index which once again begins from 1 to 6 or 7, whatever number of X-Men characters are going to appear in that movie. So how can we do that? First of all, I'm going to show you how to add an index column. You need to be in the add column tab over here, and in the general section you'll see index column, which lets you add an index column from starting from either 0 or 1. In our case, we'll choose 1. So what is happening over here? So it has added an index column for all the 27 characters. We can have a look at the function that has been used in order to add this index column. First of all, the function table add index column, followed by the previous step, which is a replaced value. Index is the name of the column. The first number is what should be the starting number for the column, which is 1 in our case. The fourth argument is increment of the next number that we will be using in the index column, and the data type. So you just need to remember this, how we generally add an index column in our data set, but this is not what we are looking for. We need to have index column for all the subgroups. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to remove the last step, add index column. We'll go to the home tab, and using the group by function, we're going to group the current data set by franchise. The new column name that we will be adding in this case is, let's call it multiverse, and the operation that we want to carry out on that new column is all rows. So all the rows of the current data set will be included. So if I were to say OK, you will see Power BI now has grouped our current data as per the franchise it belongs to. So now if I were to select the first row, at the bottom you will see the name of all the characters and actors who belong to the franchise. The Avengers, the first MCU appearance, similarly for Fantastic Four, the new Avengers, and the X-Men. Now, what we need to do is add an index column for each of these groups, but keeping all of our data. So how we can do that is we're going to add a custom function. We'll go to the add column tab over here, say custom column. So the new custom column over here will be the multi-index column that we want. So let's call it multi-index like this. And this time around, we'll use the same function of adding an index column, table add index column. The first argument that this function takes in is the table, provided table, which is multiverse. The next argument is the new column name that we want to provide, which is once again multi-index. And once again, we need to enter 1, which is the first number of that we want our index to begin with. We can also, if needed, provide 0, but in this case, we'll provide 1 and close the bracket and say OK. So now what's happening? If I had to click on, let's say, the first row, you will see each of the groups, these franchise groups, now have an index column added at the end, with each of them beginning with 1 and ending with the highest number of entries or rows they have. And now the only thing remaining is to remove other columns. So we'll choose a multi-index column like this and say remove other columns. Now all we need to do is expand like this, and you'll see we have the integral data set. Only difference is we have an index column, multi-index column added, in which we have the index as per the subgroup or the franchise of superheroes that these characters or actors belong to. I just change the column name to multi-index over here. So this is how you can add an index column based upon the subgroup inside your data set. I hope you understand the concept behind it. And that's all for this video. Do let me know in the comments of what you thought about it. Do not forget to like and subscribe. I will see you in the next video.